Hey, Hooligan family. Okay, as part of my series here, I want to give you a little bit of an overview of kind of what is an FBX file, or what are our FBX files that AMGI has released to us. Look, this might confuse you more than it helps, but my hope is to kind of give you a sense of understanding on what we have, and because we're going to take this FBX file, ultimately we'll be loading it into all kinds of programs. Substance Painter, we're going to use it for Mixamo for some animations. I've got this series based on loading it into Unreal so that we can create some really cool content. You may pull it into Maya so that you can really maybe manipulate it. But realistically, I think there's some basic things that we're going to want to do with our FBX files, and they center really around the materials. Perhaps the bones as well when we talk about Mixamo and doing some animations. But so this is, I understand this is somewhat of a dictionary type definition or whatever in FBX, but I want to highlight that the file extension FBX of film box. Box is such a great word because the file is kind of like having a box, and the box contains bones, meshes, lighting, cameras, geometry of our model, of our Hooli. And it's the standard format that that's passed around to artists, animators, modelers. They all kind of use this format to do different things with this particular file, and that's maybe the best way to describe it. Is we'll be doing different things with this file down the road. And so one of the things I want to do is confuse you a little, but confuse you in the interest of making it simpler. So I'm opening up the FBX file, my Hooli in Maya, and wow, probably overwhelming the amount of stuff here in Maya. And you know, I want it to look confusing because I'm going to call out on the left here what I would say is the simplification of the FBX file and of our Hooli. That's probably important for us to know. And it's in these two drop downs here, root and meshes. I'll start with root. These look like little joints and stuff. Well, that's what they are. They're the bone structure of this Hooligan, right? And so what do you use bones for? So animators are going to use these, right? And they're going to use these two in all kinds of different tools to animate it. Meshes, think of as, you know, the actual what you see here. So for example, I'll highlight the bunny head mesh, and you know that represents the head of the bunny. It's the shape and the geometry of it. Don't want to mess with it, right? This is what endeared us to our bunnies, is the shape of their heads and their ears and all of the cool stuff. What I want to call out here though is interesting is underneath there you see this M bunny body, and I'll kind of go to ears, M bunny body, M bunny body, hands, M bunny body. M bunny body, M underscore is material. So that's the material that is really what the mesh is made up of. Materials are really, really important because they really determine what, for example, the hands look like on screen. Materials are whether they're dull or shiny, what color they are. And materials are also what we apply textures to. And textures and materials together ultimately show what you see on screen. And we'll talk a lot about textures, but the important part is when you take your FBX file, for example, and you load it into, in this case, I've loaded it into Substance Painter. What you see here, I'll do show all. You know, this is our model, and it is move around. There it is. I'll move this a little bit out of the way. This is our model, but what we're looking at in Substance Painter is the materials. So this texture set list shows all of the materials. So there's 6 of them. There's the body, and so I'll hide all and I'll show just the body. Oh, naked Hooli. so this is the body, right? And this is, like I said before, this is something I don't think we want a texture. I think that we love the textures that AMGI provided for us, so we can apply that to it. Super cool. In this case, this one is that reddish color. Love it. And the textures also have some cool reflection, opacity, and detail. It's really awesome. But this FBX file contains these materials, but we do need to think about like maybe the hair, tweak the sweatpants and the shoes. So the sweatpants and the shoes, we did not get any materials, or I'm sorry, any textures from the AMGI team. And I have a video later that shows you how to put textures on these shoes and take them back into Unreal so that you can start to look at your Hooligan with that. So materials are probably the most usable part of this FBX file that we'll find early on. So because we can put some textures and things like that. However, I will say the bones are going to be very important, mostly because if we use tools like Mixamo, which I'll do some videos on, Mixamo allows you to upload your FBX file, and it looks at the bone structure and it maps it to some pre-canned animations they have. And there's a lot of them. There's walking and running and ducking and jumping and dancing and all that sort of stuff. And you can apply those, and then you can download those animations, and we'll show you how to put those back into Unreal Engine and apply them to your Hooli in Unreal so that you can create those cool dances and things like that you want to do. So again, hopefully this was helpful. There's a lot to talk about in an FBX file, but I kind of wanted to just let you know, and big shout out and thanks to AMGI for the time it took for them to connect it to our wallet so that we could get our right FBX files, and also providing us textures for the body and the face and the t-shirts and the hair and all that. It's really pretty cool, and but there's a lot we can do with the FBX, and we'll talk about it a little bit in the series. And many of you probably know much more about this than myself, and so have fun with it in Maya or whatever tool you want to use, and look forward to seeing some really cool content and really cool things that we can do with our Hooli. So that's it for now, and talk with you soon.